Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County, an Ontario-themed city. And make sure to hit the like button too. The like button helps the channel a lot. Hope you liked last week's episodes of Fort Prairie. Yeah, I really enjoyed that city. That city's coming along very nicely. But in today's episode of Brockton County, we are going to be looking at the industry areas in the city. We're going to be kind of adding to them and revising them for a couple of reasons. Well, some of those reasons are, one, a mod that I relied on heavily, and a lot of other City Skylines creators. The More Effective Transfers mod continued, which was the newer, in quotation marks, version of an older mod that stopped getting updated, was removed from the Steam Workshop for nefarious reasons. Well, it was removed very justly, but the mod was doing nefarious things. So, as a result of that, there's a lot of things in the city that have started to go downhill, and we saw that last week as well, and maybe even the week before. I forget when it was exactly removed. But something that we noticed is that there's a lot of the factories aren't getting their goods properly because we've centered the city's industry area along using this mod, which would effectively move goods around the city way better, more efficiently. And it also it's thrown me off on how warehouses work now. So we're just going to flood the market. That is my goal. We're going to just flood the market full of good, industry goods like oil, plastics, wood, farming industries. So that's what today's episode is going to be. We're going to just throw down a bunch of industry stuff. We're going to add a rail line. We're just going to really hammer home the point of this city is an industry mecca hub. I don't know. So what did we do last week when we were in Brockton County? Well, we built up all of this area. This is where we've been focusing, and we'll come back to it on Wednesday's episode, where we'll do a bit of a transit revision, revising some transit in all of this area: Reynolds Square, Shatner Heights, West Beach, even into the Batherston Piers and Batherston Park. So we'll be looking at this whole area, Old Batherston, pretty much from this road into here. This is where we're going to be focusing the rest of the week, beyond today's episode of just flooding the market with industry. So let's start with the farms, which is right here, just north of this. And we can kind of see what's going on already. We don't have enough crops. It's crazy to me that we don't have enough crops. But we are using crops in lots of parts of the city. Over here even, not enough crops. So in our crop storage facilities, we have this one on fill. Now, it makes sense in the context of using the mod to do that, because what we used to do is really push the trucks to deliver here, and then what would happen is the factory would call out a truck for a delivery from the nearest possible source. So it would have been this one. So it would have constantly just been shuttling crops back and forth. Now, however, that doesn't work anymore. So if we go into here, we click on this, we can kind of see that the trucks are getting their crops from elsewhere. It looks like they're getting something delivered. I don't know what, because everything is so close and in drivable distance. Animal products are being made right here. Crops are being made right in here. Flowers being made right across. So, yeah. That's why we just need to flood the market. So let's start with this. We're gonna use the greenhouse here. Let's just go and do it manually then. So I'm gonna save the areas by the highway here because I want to maybe actually add some housing in the future. So we're just gonna use these medium ones instead, and we're just going to plop them down. And we'll make it a greenhouse area. Honestly, I'm not too worried about detailing right now in this area. This area is kind of fallen off. It's not exactly the nicest looking of areas, I'm not gonna lie, in my opinion. But it's as long as we get it done and it works. Let's plop that down. Just use move it. And we're just going to slide it over, and then I'm going to change this one to potatoes or something. Let's do corn. That's cotton. Corn. There we go. And then I'm just gonna pull it over a bit more so it's not on the road at all. Yeah, all right. So that was a lot of extra crop production in this area. Hopefully that helps out. Yeah, see, the cattle sheds need crops. Over here, we need animal products, paper, plastics. We'll get to plastics. So the animal products are falling off because we don't have enough crops, and here we are producing it right now in this area. So it looks like we kind of maximized some space. I'm trying to leave this area open on the highway. So we'll have to wait for that. I mean, we could try to squeeze a bit more in over here, but that's okay. Then, if we zoom out, we go all the way over here, we follow this road up, we hit the town of Pearson. Now, Pearson has some farming areas as well. What we can do is we can actually make another farm. So why don't we try to do that? Let's choose, let's choose this area right down in here. So let's go into our industry area. Or district tool. This is the same Pearson Farms. Oh yeah, this is one farming area, and we're just building different little unique farms. Okay, so if we go and grab just a basic road, I guess we can use a dirt road. Why not? We have this one centered off of here, so let's bring this one down off of this area. Yeah, let's go right off of here for the house, for the farmhouse. Bring it off like that, very simple. And then what I'll do is I'll just select that. We'll go into, actually, let's just check what Pearson's themes are. European suburbia, okay, fantastic. And this is not in Pearson, so we got to make sure that Pearson extends all the way down into here. For the house. I'm not going to do it over here because we like that house apparently, so I'm not going to touch that, but I want to make sure that the house is a European suburbia house. We can actually do it manually too if we go into here, select this. I think this means European suburbia. Yeah, so it's a 2x2 is what we decided to do. And let's go with this house. Oh, throw it on 3-speed. It'll pop up. It'll make it historical. The Hickory residence. So the Hickory Farms is what we're doing right now. So let's just extend this out a little bit. This one is not going to be the largest farm in the world. We'll extend that out. And maybe what we can do is we can bring this road over to here. We'll connect it up. And maybe we'll just bring this down. Why not? So maybe we can say that this is... Oh, we almost lined it up perfectly. Okay, we'll line it up perfectly then. We'll delete the old one that we just did. And there we go. We've lined it up well with the streets of Pearson. Alright, so let's just remove these trees from this area. Nice little house. They got a nice patio back there. It's fun. Okay, so let's start off with just doing a bit of farm work. So let's grab the large crop field since we're just kind of going right at it. Let's give it a bit of space from the crops. Or should we go in this direction? Maybe we should go in this direction. Yeah, let's do that. And then it would have been nice to squeeze 2 in here, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think it would have. So let's delete this road. I'll grab it again. Extend it out. Why is it elevated? And then we'll grab, the large, what the heck? I want the farm. Here we go. All right. So we'll grab this one. A bit interesting that it looks like that at the moment, but that's okay. Both, they're wasting lots of their crop space with this barn in the middle. That's what I'm trying to say. Alrighty, so we'll bring this over just like that. And why don't we just continue adding crops? What am I doing? Holy cow, Steven. And there we go. Plop that down. Fantastic. So I guess we can probably get a few other things in here. Why do I keep clicking over there? Why don't we get maybe, say, a couple of orchards in here as well? We'll go with apples. Fantastic. And let's just do a bit of detailing here. Why do I keep clicking over there? Holy cow. Let's get the crop silo. And this one we'll place the silo over here and we'll put it on empty. So hopefully they won't actually store stuff here. It's just going to be a temporary kind of placement. And then we'll get a barn. Let's go with the small barn because I think it looks a little bit nicer with the house. And again, we'll go on empty. Okay, I'm just gonna add the water in now. Looks like we weren't too far off. Hopefully that gets us where we need to be. Let's go back over here. And let's get out of this view so we can actually see the farm. And let's get some of these buildings. So the farm maintenance building. We'll throw this. So this is like their shed where they keep the tractors and stuff. Let's bring down the road a little bit. Over into here. Why don't we just do that? And yeah, let's get this shed right over in here. Okay, we have a secondary facility. We'll put it right beside it. I know it's like a farm hand house or something, farm workers barracks, but that's okay. All right, so then let's just grab the fence. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn our guidelines off. And we're just going to extend this fence out over into here. We're going to mark off their property, which will go right down into here. Why not? And we'll bring this one over, just like so. And why don't we make them a little bit of a backyard as well? So we'll go right from here, bring it over, just like that. Awesome, okay. So let's grab a couple trees. And let's place one right in there. And we'll try to line this area up. And then we'll take the forest brush. Go to our Ontario themed brush and we'll just fill in the land around. And why not just do some trees in here? Just make it seem like it's a bit more fallow of land. Okay, so hopefully that extra little farm, you know, just pushes a bit more crops into the market. So that is crops. What is next on the list? Well, we actually skipped forestry. So let's go into the forestry area and we'll see what what we can kind of add to it. So it doesn't look like any paper mills are screaming for more paper or anything, which is good. But if we go into here and we try to find some things that use paper products, like the sneaker factory. Does the sneaker factory use paper? It does. Okay, so we're good on paper. That's good to know. It's good to know that we did that right already. The toy factory, which is over here, it also is good on paper and plain timber. Okay, so maybe we don't need to do anything with the forestry industry. Modular house factory, that would use plain timber. Okay, I see the metals. So we definitely need to revise the ore and the oil industry. So we go back into here. Petroleum refinery. Yeah, this one is usually out of things. Looks like we're good. Okay, so maybe the forestry industry we don't have to do anything at all to, because it looks like it's flowing pretty nicely. I mean, it has its own rail station. We worked extensively on this for a little while, so I'm glad to see that it's working as planned, at least. But you know, if we were to do any expansion on it, I think we'd expand out into this area. So let's just remove that. There we go. And right from here, let's turn our guidelines back on. Right from here, we can bring this road out. And this is where we would get more forestry products. So why don't we just throw a few down, just to, just for the sake of things. There we go. We'll kind of, let's go with Adler. I think that is the same as the one we had before. All right, back to industry area, and let's add another one. All right, and let's just bring water down. So hopefully just that alone, by adding more of that to the market, it'll kind of, you know, push up all these factories for making more paper and plain timber and stuff, even though I think we're pretty good with the forestry industry. But, you know, we made a small little revision there. Let's go back down into here. And what's next? It's the ore industry. So the ore industry is, so this is the town of Strathcona, which is a suburb, is over in here off the town of Riverside, which is this old community that's been since absorbed into the suburban landscape of the town. So this is the ore industry. The ore industry's always had a bit of issue. There's not a ton of ore on this map at all. But what is exactly the issue here? Well, I think we just need to produce more metals. Let's go over here. Animal products, eh? Maybe the crops aren't getting to market from the first part. So yeah, we need to produce a bit more metals because this just eats it up. And we only have a couple kilns and stuff. So we've kind of run out of space on this side. However, we could go into this area. This was our old power plant, which I have left kind of fallow since we built the nuclear power plant a few episodes ago. Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll kind of create a secondary hub over here. We've kind of already done that over time, just kind of adding another steel plant, adding another one and another one. So why don't we just commit to it? We'll create a bit of an industrial sector over here. So right here, what we'll do is we'll bring this out like that, and we'll connect this side up. There we go. This one we could actually just connect up over into here. Let's turn bending off. Maybe this would help some of the traffic in the area as well. Let's take that extra node out. I was hoping that it was just going to snap together. There we go. This street is definitely going to need to be upgraded. So let's stick with our industrial road theme. And we'll just upgrade that. And why don't we upgrade it all the way to, I mean, this is like the main connection to Dean Hills, but we can always just upgrade it right to there. And then we'll just upgrade the end piece like that. Let's go into node controller. Square the node up. There we go. Same thing over here. I mean, I definitely don't think you can take a right turn here, so let's just make sure that they all know that. Ooh, let's get rid of this node. Let's pull it back. So we'll just go right from here, and we'll say this one can only go in this direction. Everything else, and actually this one here, we won't turn left. All right, everything else is a-okay. How about right in here, we make a nice just connection just right about here, why not? And this will kind of ease some of the restrictions that we've done over on this side. So, all right, so let's move some of these over really quickly. Just plop this down, mainly because I want to extend this road down into here. All right, so lots of small little mills here. Now I think someone told me in the comments that it's more efficient to get 4 of these than 1 of these. So it produces 8,000, almost 9,000. We'll just round it. This one produces 4.5. Yeah, so it is, because these smaller ones, you can fit 4 of these in one size of one rotary kiln. So it is pretty much more effective to do it this way. Whoa, what the heck? Did not mean to do anything there. Okay, so let's just move these over to this side over here. We'll get it onto this side road. Put 4 of these dudes down. And then what we can do is we can get, oh, all the workers are walking over. Then we can get a few more. All right, so let's plop another one down over here, and then another one down right here. Look at us, just plopping things down and not caring too much about what it looks like. That's new for this channel. All right, so let's bring this down. Okay, and then we'll bring this down into here. Yeah, I mean, we've left this area open for quite some time. This is one of the areas I was thinking about doing the festival area in, but for a long time, I kind of left this open thinking it was going to be the festival area. But, you know, things definitely changed and got in the way and stuff. Looks like we need some more ore production. I see there's a bit of ore right here. If we go into our resources map, you can see a bit of it. There's really not a lot that's accessible. We're already mining down in here. Maybe we need to do a secondary little mining camp somewhere to get some resources. There is scattered everywhere. Who made this map? It was me. I made the map. Yeah, looks like there's some ore over here and over here. Maybe we can... This is a pretty good area for rail connection. And it's in between a bunch of junctions, and then we also have this area over here, which is just thrown together at the end of an episode. So why don't we could actually use these cargo rails. We could throw another one on the other side of it. I think that would be a bit of a more ambitious plan than I previously anticipated. But I think we definitely need that to happen. So let's grab the ore industry. That's the zoo. Here's the ore industry. Just gonna swing it over, and we're just gonna fill up this area with the district. And I'm gonna cut it off. Okay. Actually, you know what? Why don't we make it like just a new area? Why not? Since we can. New ore industry area, and we'll have a secondary facility over in here. Ooh, I guess that would be a second. Silly me. We need to bring this over. All right. I don't know where we're gonna go with it, so I'm just kind of throwing it down. All right, so let's just get a quick little connection in here. Very simple. We'll have an asymmetrical road coming right off and in. I don't suspect this is going to be very large. I think I'm going to get the extraction over here, and then they'll have to ship it over into here for production, or just in general in the market. So not much is gonna happen over here, to be honest. So let's grab the industry road, which is right here, and what we'll do, actually, why don't we just do this then? Doesn't always have to be asymmetrical. Okay, industry road, and we'll bring it down to about here, and this one we'll bring down to over here. And yeah, okay, so let's plop down the industry zone, which is this building. We'll place it right in the middle here, just like that. Let's choose the building spawn point. Let's just pull it back into there. There we go. And now we'll run some dirt roads off. Oh, okay, so let's grab that. Let's please get to the same height. And I guess this should probably just be pulled back a little bit. All right, so let's go into the ore industry area, and let's place down some things. So we have We have the large underground ore mine. That would definitely be probably the more efficient thing though. However, the medium ore mine kind of seems a bit more to speed with the style I'm going for with this one. I don't think this is like an underground ore kind of area. So let's plop that down. And then, yeah, that looks pretty nice. And then let's plop this small one right beside it. Do the same thing right beside it. Just to make it seem a bit more like it's all one facility. With trucks doing their things. Alrighty. And we can always fill it in with gravel as well to make it seem a bit more connected. Like even into here we can. Oh, we're gonna need water out this way. Of course we're gonna need water out this way, Steven. Alrighty, bring this down. And we'll bring this over into here, and then we'll go from the other side. Just like that, really quick, nothing special. And yeah, let's go back into the industry area. And no, that's not the style that we're going for here. Just like that, and we'll get a couple more. All right. Oh, I guess we still have some more runway to go with, don't we? So why don't we just commit to the bit, I guess. There we go. I'll plop another one down right here. And they're moving sand, this facility. All right. So that's where the sand gets ripped out of the ground, or at least stored. We'll have that for all the trucks, because it's a great asset for trucks. It's like there's a back entrance. This is actually a great asset to use in multiple scenarios, like in garbage areas too, in snow dump areas, playing on the snowfall maps, airports. Okay, so let's see what other facilities we can have. This is where the ore is actually going to go. This one's pretty massive, this building, eh? But I think it'll look nice. So let's grab the industry road. And let's just plop it right here. Just like that. Oh, it's too big. Okay. But this is a nice building, so why don't we bring it right down into here. Go back, and we'll plop it down just like that. Very nice. And I guess we're gonna need some other barracks and whatnot. So let's go over onto this side. And let's get those. So the workers' barracks, another little fun trick, is these look like motels. So if you're doing a motel build, you just gotta drag your industry area over, and it looks like old-timey motels you see in some movies and stuff. Or just in real life. It doesn't have to be in the movies. Okay, let's turn this off. Actually, let's yield that way. And I don't think there's enough traffic to warrant a light here. A light in this area. So we can just leave it at that. Otherwise, what else can we throw in here that there is? Well, this one is also pretty cool, but I think this is going to go closer into the train yard area. So why don't we do that now? So let's go right from about here. We'll bring this over. Yeah, we'll just connect this up so it's a full loop here. All right, and we'll go off of here. And as you can tell, I'm not caring too much about what's going on over with like making sure every single grid is properly being used up. Mainly because I don't see too much of a future in this area. Empire or over here. That's actually a pretty good name. Because you know, we're approaching episode 150, which is going to be on Friday. What's going to happen? Well, we only have a few more projects. I'll tell you all the projects I've planned, and then we'll see how far we go. Finish up Cottage Country. That's step one. Extend Strathcona. That's another one. We're going to bring a rail line in here, actually. I was going to do that today. Maybe we can go do that right after this. Build up in the islands. That's going to be next go through. Just clean up this area. I want to build a park over here as well, like a national park, nature reserve. So that's an episode right there. I want to build up in here. We'll extend this out to Shatner Heights, but I don't think we're going to do much over on this area. I was thinking maybe another small town over by the roundabout. And, you know, we'll fill in this area with a suburb maybe, or maybe we'll just kind of cut it off with another farm or something. Or a unique little build. We'll obviously do the oil shortly. But other than that, folks, there's really not a lot left in the city. I mean, this city is lovely. I'm going to miss this city when we're done. But then we'll just focus on, I guess I'll, you know, tease some plans for the channel here. Once we're done this city, we're just going to go full-time into Fort Prairie. Because I feel like at the time we're kind of end is when we're going to be really diving into the downtown of Fort Prairie. So we'll run with that for a little while. And then when things have kind of slowed with Fort Prairie and we're kind of doing similar things to what we're doing now, I'll start up the series after this, or after Fort Prairie, which will be a British Columbia themed city. Lots of ferries. I really want to use ferries. I think they're really cool. So that's what we'll do. And then after that, geez, I do not know. I do not know. Okay, so using some of the big ones because they're fun to use. Kind of create like centerpieces. There we go. Let's just drag this over ever so slightly and then go into the building spawn point, and then we're just going to pull it in a little bit. Fantastic. And I did put a glass facility over here. All right, so we got some production over here. Let's get maybe a few warehouses down as well. That would always be helpful. Whoa. We'll throw one down over here, right here. So this one, we didn't actually end up detailing this at all. Like we just didn't even connect this rail yard. Maybe we can make this into a little bit of a better build down the line, because you know, it is pretty thrown, just thrown together, you know. So okay, glass and metal, and we'll put them both on empty because I don't want to store them. I just want the trucks. All right, so let's just continue throwing some more things. We can get some production out over here actually too. That would be good. You know what? I should have just done this. Then we can get some production out over here. And we'll just do sand again, because I like these assets. All right. Just fill in all of this. Make it seem a bit less controlled. Fantastic. Okay, so there's a few more assets that I want to get in here for the build, and that is the sand storage, just like that, and then this honkin' piece of, whoa, did not mean to click that in. All right, and we'll put these on empty. All right, so hopefully that kind of becomes a bit self-sufficient as well, and then this area will just pump out the materials, and we'll come back to them maybe as we do some rail work out over here. But, you know, at this point in the series, I don't know if we're going to commit to this this area, or if we're just going to make it, you know, really just pump out the production. So I did say we were going to do the rail connection. This rail connection has been in the works for a little while. I've just kind of put it off because it's just one little bit connection. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a T junction right through here. We're going to go over top or underneath of the highway here. And we're going to run right into here, and we're going to connect up in here and then right here. So let's start on this side, and let's find a nice path for the rail line. And what is this going to do? Well, it's just going to be a bypass. So here's the rail line right now. Say you're coming into this area and you want to get your shipments up to the Pearson Farms, or you want to get them up to Dean Hills. Well, right now you have to run all the way down into here, go past the forestry spur line, go past the junction for the port, which is totally broken, by the way. I don't know what's happening. And then come up over here into a shared area, and then slide all the way up, and then go bypass the ore industry, and then up through here to get to Dean Hills, and then Pearson. So this is just going to be a little bypass here, and then we might actually run a secondary. We might run like a secondary line once it connects into here that will run into Strathcona. We might run it from over here as well, and connect it up that way for like some passenger rail. But that'll be for when we build up this area, which I don't know when we're going to do. But yeah, I mean, those are pretty much all the plans I have written down in my book. Uh-oh. There is some traffic. All right, so I guess we'll start over here. Why not? Let's go right into here. I'll connect up just like that. And then I don't want to go too far. Okay, we'll just do this. And then we'll use the freeform. We'll swing this over like so, then like so. Yeah, I mean, that'll work. Just needs to be functional. It is getting pretty close to the outside connection though, which I'm a little worried about. Might freak some cars out, some rail cars out by doing this, but I'm just trying to make sure there's enough space between each node. Yeah, so I freaked this one out, so we'll destroy this. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Just trying to delete you all. Where are you going? You have no engine. I ruined this. I'm so sorry. We'll just delete it all. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's check out the topography. And we're just going to bypass this little mound. And it looks like we'll probably try to go over, because we'll need to start getting elevated. Okay, so let's go into the rail. And what we'll do is just like blast right through here. I'm just gonna pause the game. I'm gonna grab this node. We're gonna pull it back to about here. I'm gonna grab this node. We're gonna pull it right up to about here. Then we're going to elevate it. Upgrade. Get out and move it. There we go. Grab, move it again. Select both of them. And then we're just going to use page up and page down on our computer, on our keyboard, to find an appropriate height. I think we'll just do that. Let's just drag this over. And then I'll go and find these nodes here. I'm just going to swing this one down right underneath the bridge. Same thing here. And we're just going to grab both of these. We're going to say get to the same height. And then I'm just going to lower them a little bit as well. All right, so we'll go into the network multi-tool and we'll just slope these ever so slightly. Fantastic. Do it again. Fantastic. And then from the other side, please. down into here. All right. So, oh, and then I guess we should do the same thing from here all the way down. Nice. And let's get the rest of the rail connection in. Okay, open the topography. So we're gonna need to approach this, and then we're gonna swing up. And I think that's gonna take us to where we kind of need to go. Yeah, we need to get over in this area. Just gonna do that, and we'll fix it afterwards. Because, oh, was that all elevated? Oh my goodness, Steven. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I guess it's not a bad idea. Because, so what I'll do is I'll just upgrade this one little bit. Rail, please. And I'll just grab and move it here. Okay, and I'm just going to say get to terrain height. It already is, nice. So then what we'll do is we'll go into the network multi-tool, and I'll say from here all the way to here, and not select it. Okay, so it looks like we need to just click it a few times just to extend it. All right, so let's see what the grade's going to be. 1.4%, that's pretty good. All right, so we had to have a pretty huge rail bridge though, but that's okay. It's kind of fun. Let's grab the rail again, and we'll just upgrade this to elevated. And same thing over here, because why not? This was a very expensive endeavor by the province, but very cool looking bridge. Maybe we can build out this way in the end. Okay, so ground level, freeform, and we're trying to get right up to about right here. So let's see if we can just click it in right there. Let's go to bridge. Let's go straight, and we'll try to make this as even as we can. That's pretty good. And then we'll just curve it ever so slightly. So back to ground level. Holy cow, almost forgot again. And then what we'll do is right here, we'll swing out like so. And then from this portion right here, swing out, and then we'll just connect up. And I'll fix this. I'll clean it up a little bit because it's wasn't the best little junction here, was it? Alrighty. So, are there rail connections? There are. That's what matters. Are there actual physical, the rail lines? That's what you gotta kind of watch out for. All right, so let's just do a bit of cleanup through here. Just like this with the smoothing tool. And we'll just smooth this all out. And then we'll follow the bridge back down to over here. We'll smooth all this out. All right, and then we have one more thing we really need to do. So we go back into the industry area, and it's the oil industry. Now I did kind of run out of time for doing this, but I mean, it looks good. This is a bit wonky, but that's okay. We'll say it was an issue with the land and getting the land from the province. Okay, so the oil industry is over here. So we have a problem with not getting enough oil and enough plastics. So what I'm thinking is we might need a secondary train station, maybe over here, because this line goes right to Rosewood Square. And then what we'll do is we'll also create a secondary facility. So what we'll do is we'll grab the industry area, or industry road, sorry, and we'll just blast right through the tunnel here. Oh, that wasn't straight. Whoops. So we'll just go straight from the tunnel. Just like that, so that the trucks go underneath the rail line here. And it's a bit messy, but we might need to upgrade it actually to a 4-lane road. Just pause, tunnel, upgrade. There we go. And what we'll do is we'll create a secondary rail facility. Like I said, oh, we're in tunnel. That's why that's there. So let's go with the industry road. And let's just make it right about over here. Again, we'll just kind of wing it. And we'll place this down just right about here. And then what we'll do is we'll just bring this out. Oh, okay, that's not what I wanted, but it kind of worked. We could have left it and it would have worked. We'll connect down like that. We'll bring this out to there, and then we'll connect it. Okay, we'll just do a bit of work with tracks. Just to clean it up a little bit. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll just get that connection in. Yeah, so a bit of a different episode than we've been doing, which is kind of what I was hoping for at the end of last week. But you know, it doesn't always happen the way you think it might. So let's just bring this one out and over like that. And why don't we just connect this up like that? And then we'll bring another road over here. Like so. And then what we'll do is we'll just bring this out here like so, and then we'll get a couple more little offshoots. And I'm doing them off on purpose. Like I'm not trying to keep the grid or anything smooth, because I want it to be a bit more rugged, I guess. Okay, so let's get some water out over here, and then we'll put more oil down, and then we'll put the plastic production as well. All right, there we go. It has water. I don't really even know if the oil pumps need water, but that's okay. So we'll go with some of these larger ones. Over here. Let's add a couple of these smaller ones over here. I plan on doing, not an industry area, I plan on doing some of this relatively soon in Fort Perry as well. Okay, let's see if we can get one of these in here, over here, and let's get a couple of these smaller ones. Yeah, so that doesn't have water. Wow. Just missed it, eh? Alrighty. So now we need to create a bit of a production area. So let's go into our industry area, industry road, sorry. And then right here, let's just create a bit of a box. And why don't we get a rural road connection like that. And let's get some of these facilities in. So that creates 4,000 of plastic. That's petroleum. That creates 8,000. Okay, so let's do this. and then we'll call it right after this, though. Okay, not gonna fit, so let's just move this down a little bit. And then right in here, this one will be empty, plastics, and then we need some petroleum as well. Why don't I just grab that road again? And that's the dirt road. Right here, I'll just bring this down like so. And then what we can do is just add in some petroleum. So this is the 8,000 for petroleum. Oh, wow, that's small. Yeah, they're both small. Okay. And okay, back to here, and then we'll call it petroleum. 8,000. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, we'll just fill in the rest with some concrete. And I guess we need some oil tanks as well, I guess, just to finally finish it off. So crude oil storage. Get that right in here, and we'll put it one of these giant ones. Maybe not. I think this smaller one looks a little bit nicer. We'll put the giant one right here, and we'll put them on empty. Okay, and we'll fill it up with some concrete. And one last thing, I know we're over time, but I like these buildings a lot. So place a couple of these down right over there. Say maybe hold some of the trucks. All right, so big extension over here. Looks like we need a bit more water as well, just to end it off, of course. Oh, all right, it works. So, you know, lots of changes to the industry areas today. Well, we started with the farms. Looks like we're still having some issues getting crops to over here. So we might need to make another farm a bit closer. Maybe we can kind of do that in one of these airport services, like out over here. There's lots of fertile land. And we also did some stuff over here. We built a new rail bridge. Yeah, so tomorrow's episode, holy cow, cruise ship. Mayhem. Tomorrow's episode, we'll do some transit out over here, and maybe we'll do a bit of building as well over in West Beach. All right, so let's maybe dive right into here for the screenshot. Yeah, why not? Just like this. Have a wonderful day, folks. Talk to you on Wednesday. Peace out.